Against Texas, it's been a tough go for the Halos, trying to snap a losing streak. It's the finale of the three-game set against Kansas City. We welcome you inside Kauffman Stadium and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and an intriguing pitching matchup this afternoon with Tyler Skaggs on the mound going up against Ian Kennedy. Kennedy, good numbers last year, but let's talk about Tyler. First of all, it's been a tough stretch, not only for him, but also Angel starters in general.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about it, Tyler Skaggs so far this season has thrown the ball well. At times, it's been the big inning. It's really been the big reason why he has struggled as far as his ERA and win-loss record. His curveball, when it's been effective, it's been up in their part of the zone and then dropping down. Good sharp break to 11-5 break on his curveball. Fastball velocity has been there. He's been 91 to 95. Curveball been able to back it up. I think he's going to need that two-seamer and changeup to be effective against Kansas City here today, though.
I mentioned Ian Kennedy. He's going for Kansas City. Prior to last year when he signed a multi-year deal, a lot of teams, a lot of people said making a mistake, but Kennedy ended up having a pretty good season.
Yeah, Victor, he has a good fastball, and he gets a lot of swing and misses with his fastball. He has a good cut fastball. We'll go to four-seam, two-seam fastball. Lower part of the strike zone. Very effective for Ian Kennedy. He's going to rush it up there, too, 92 to 95. But his location of his fastball, so important for him. Same thing with his changeup, but his velo fastball upstairs. But when he makes a mistake, he will give up that big fly with the fastball. He's given up a ton of them the last couple of seasons. Elevate the fastball, get that four-seam fastball out in front. You should have success against him because he's not a guy that's going to walk a lot of people. So the big fly, very important today for the Halo offense.
Time for our first break here on Easter Sunday. When we return, we're going to talk a little bit more about Tyler Skaggs. He made his first return start after Tommy John surgery here last year. We'll talk about that when we come back. Afternoon from Kauffman Stadium, getting you ready for that start. And Gooby, Tyler Skaggs on the mound, had a pretty good start last year.
Well, he threw the ball exceptionally well. It's certainly worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. The feel for his fastball was very good. He threw a lot of good two-seam fastballs, lower part of the strike zone, to really set up his curveball. He was able to command the strike zone consistently against the Kansas City Royals. And they're a very aggressive ball club. Get ahead, finish them off with the off-speed pitch. He had that working throughout that game. Certainly a lot of enthusiasm with his family there on hand to see them making that comeback start. 7 innings of quality baseball. Mentioned pounded that strike zone. Just 1 walk, 5 punch-outs, 3 hits that allowed as the Angels won that game 13-0 as Tyler Skaggs led the way.
It's amazing you're able to do that with the presence of a Hall of Famer, Denny Matthews, in our broadcast.
It's always difficult.
We're stepping away for a moment. When we return, Patrick O'Neill talks about the remaining schedule for the Angels. It's not getting any easier, folks. Brought to you by your local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box. Try the Double Jack Combo for just $4.99 only at Jack in the Box. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
And we are moments away from first pitch here in Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium. It's the Angels and the Royals. Halos hoping to avoid the sweep. And happy Easter, baseball fans. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Well, the Angels are in a stretch of playing a lot of games without any off days. 20 in a row and 36 of 37. But that's okay. They're programmed to do this sort of thing. And if you get tired early in the season, well, then that will present some problems later on. But let's show you what the schedule looks like right now. You see, finishing up here in KC, we're going to Houston for 4. And that game Wednesday in Houston, expect J.C. Ramirez to get the start once again. Still taking it easy, being very cautious with Garrett Richards, and then finishing up with Oakland, and then back on the road. 29 of the first 36 games versus AL West teams. Right now, the Angels 6-6. You want a winning April. Last year, they finished 11-13. So this is crucial, and these guys are ready to play some winning baseball. Hopefully, that starts right here today on Easter Sunday. Well, we have Ian Kennedy versus Tyler Skaggs, and, well, if weather permits, we have first pitch right around the corner. Enjoy this one, everybody. Victor Rojas and Mark Kubaza have the call.
We hope you're enjoying your Easter Sunday morning in Southern California. The Angels and the Royals getting ready to wrap up this 3-game set. The Halos, more importantly, trying to avoid a series sweep. 4 consecutive losses for the Angels, and it's not the way you want to start off this road trip, and it doesn't get any easier going into Houston for a 4-game series beginning tomorrow night down at Minute Maid Park. So firsthand, they have to take care of Ian Kennedy, whom they've got pretty decent numbers against. In such a brief history for Kennedy facing the Angels, at least the Halos have touched him up for some runs, Gooby.
Yeah, they're looking. He's going to throw a lot of fastballs. He's a guy that likes that pitch. He will go upstairs and lower part of the strike zone with his fastball. So be aggressive on that pitch, but also make sure you bring it in the zone where you can do some damage, because he will be aggressive.
With the Royals already on the field, lineup cards being exchanged. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels. Game number 13 for the Halos, currently at 6-6, a game back of the Houston Astros. Pardon me, 2 games back of the Astros. Yunel Escobar will lead things off, and he'll play third base. Ben Revere gets a start once again in left field. He'll bat second. Mike Trout back in center field after DHing last night. Albert back in his normal and customary designated hitter spot. He's the cleanup hitter. Cole Calhoun in right. It's C.J. Cron getting action at first base this afternoon. Danny Espinosa at second. Cliff Pennington gets a start at shortstop, so Andrelton Simmons gets the afternoon off, or at least the first part of it anyway. And Carlos Perez, like we usually see, day game after night game, gets the start behind the dish. Taking on the 32-year-old right-hander, Huntington Beach, California native. His name is Ian Kennedy.
Ian Kennedy's fastball is 90-95, a good curveball, throw a slider, and a changeup. But my go-tos to be successful against Kennedy today is don't chase the fastball. He gets a lot of swing and miss with that pitch, especially out of the strike zone, and put together a multi-run inning. We've seen the back-to-back games here, opportunities in the first inning, scoring 1, but had some chances to score multiple runs. Need to do so today against Kennedy and the Royals.
Well, let's take a look at the Royals on the defensive side of things. And through their first 11 games, they've been stellar defensively, having just committed 1 error, and that was Alcides Escobar. But the outfield stacks up like it has the first 2 games of the series, with Gordon, Kane, and Orlando from left to right. Colon gets a start at third today. Escobar at shortstop, Cuthbert at second, Hosmer at first, and Drew Butera, the former Angel, for about 10 games in 2015. It gets a starting nod today for Kansas City.
And Eric Hosmer at first base has been outstanding. We've seen it on display already in the series. 3 times he's won that Gold Glove, 3 straight. No Royal first baseman ever won the Gold Glove. No, Steve Bye-Bye Balboni did not win one.
He didn't?
No, it's just not right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not right.
I mean, he should just have gotten one just for the nickname Bye-Bye.
Yes.
Crazy he became such a popular Royals player, and he came up through the Yankee
system, yes, which was their arch rival.
Days, yeah.
Balboni still has the record for most home runs in a single season with 36.
Pleasant afternoon. Wind blowing in from right. So we'll see how that affects the flight of the baseball today here at Kauffman Stadium. Kennedy's ready to go, as is Yunel Escobar. First one on Easter Sunday's a fastball for a strike. Yunel, a .320 batting average, 3 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, .358 on base percentage. 0 for 5 last night. That's just 1 hit in the series. As a matter of fact, the Angels, while they've picked up some hits, they haven't picked up extra base hits. 1-1. It's 2 balls and a strike. 17 of the last hits, 18 hits that the Angels have picked up have been singles.
They were aggressive running the bases yesterday, so you could score some runs like that, but you also like to be able to hit a big fly on occasion, especially on a mistake pitch.
Skied to shallow center field. Lorenzo Cain coming in. 1 down.
And now it's time for today's key to the game, presented by Hyundai. Going away with little motley crew. Don't go away mad. In other words, when you get that mistake fastball, don't go back to the dugout and say, I missed it. Don't miss it. Drive it and do some damage.
Ian Kennedy making his 3rd start of the year, 0-2 with a 4.09 ERA. 5 career starts, pardon me, 5 career games, 4 starts against the Angels. As Ben Revere gets a 2nd consecutive game in the starting lineup, he'll take down and in. He was in the number 2 spot last night, ended up going 2 for 5. 2 singles and an RBI, and also scored a run. Revere now 263 on the season. Couple of doubles, 1 RBI. That one's a called strike. Looks like Ben liked that call. It's 1-2.
And he likes that fastball. Even on a 1-2 count, 65% of the pitches so far this year, he has thrown a fastball, but he also will throw his curve in this spot.
Upstairs. Even it's a count of 2-2. Royals criticized as far as the geniuses, prognosticators throughout baseball, signing Kennedy to a 5-year deal prior to last year. That's upstairs. Full count. Ended up making 33 starts for the Royals in his first season. Went 11-11 with a 3.68 ERA.
You can see that good velo he has on his fastball. He tries to get hitters because, especially upstairs, to chase that pitch.
3-2 pulled to the right side. That's Hosmer. He'll take it himself. 2 down. So with the bases cleared, Trout will come to the plate. Not mistaken, the first time the Angels have worn the road grays this year.
You saw that red top. All 4 up in Oakland. First 2 here.
I think we saw the home uni, the home whites, just once. And the Halos were back at the Big A. Mike was DHing last night. Got on board 3 times with 2 walks and a single. Ended up going 1 for 2. First one's down and away.
Good changeup from Kennedy on a fastball count. Trout already with a .420 on base percentage, led Major League Baseball in that category last season.
Missed inside. 2 balls and a strike. First 2 games of this series, that pitch was a strike. Very close to being a strike. 2 home plate umpires. Chris Conroy calling the balls and strikes today. Jerry Meals at first. Ron Culp at second. Ed Hickox over at third. A 3-1 count with 2 outs. Pujols on deck. 2 quick outs for Kennedy. A fly ball to center and a ground out to first.
There's a lot of fastballs on 3-1 count. You see that a lot in the American League. A guy will throw an off-speed pitch, but he likes his fastball, even 3-1.
Gets one. Lower part of the strike zone. Takes a count full.
And he does not waste any time. He stays right on that pitching rubber, which we'd like to see as far as aggressive for a pitcher.
Payoff pitch fouled off to the right.
Mike Trout, as usual, for the game, signing an autograph. We saw it even coming into the ballpark today, getting off the team bus. Gets it, understands how important the fans and his fans are. Made it little kid's day today on Easter Sunday. Wow, I was able to get that autograph, that smile.
Trout. Foul tips that one to the mitt. The Angels are down in order here in the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Tyler Skaggs making his 3rd start of the season. It's a scoreless time. Take a look at Ned Yost and his starting lineup for the Kansas City Royals. Royals 2 games back in the Central with a 5-6 mark. They will have Alex Gordon leading off and playing left field. Lorenzo Cain's in center. Eric Hosmer at first. Salvador Perez serving as a DH today. Cheslor Cuthbert at third base. Pardon me. At second base, Paulo Orlando is at right. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. Christian Colon and second. And Drew Butera is doing the catching.
Be taking on Tyler Skaggs. So far this season, 0-1 mark. ERA over 8 at this point. But my go-tos for Tyler to be successful today is definitely that combination of sinker, changeup combo, and finish pitch. In other words, get ahead of the count and finish off the hitter quickly.
It's Cuthbert playing third. Colon at second base. Gordon takes a strike. Alex comes in batting .205, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, a .271 on base percentage. His follow through swing clocks Carlos Perez in the helmet.
Fastball upstairs and a follow through on the swing hits the mask and the helmet of Carlos Perez, knocking him back.
Gordon lifts one out to center. Slicing toward left center field. One away. Take a look at the Angels defensively behind Tyler Skaggs. Ben Revere's in left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield with Escobar and Pennington on the left side, Espinosa and Crone on the right with Carlos Perez behind the plate.
And Pennington getting that start at shortstop. Andrelton Simmons getting the day off. And very important for him. He's played shortstop a lot throughout his career. They're going to get a lot of ground ball action. Mentioned those keys as far as Skaggs with that sinker and changeup down. That's where he's going to get those ground balls, and a lot of those will be hit towards Pennington is short.
Lorenzo Cain takes outside. Center fielder hitting .378 with 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .511. It's good, right?
That's getting on base quite a bit.
Every other time.
What fun is that?
I know.
You have no time to talk in the dugout.
It's like hitting a ball in the fairway.
Yeah, that's overrated, by the way. Rough, behind trees, sand traps, maybe occasional couple inches in water. That'd be fun to try to get out.
Only one way to work on your recovery shot,
yes.
Scooby.
Yes.
As Cain slices it foul. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike on the Royals center fielder.
And one thing I'm noticing right away, and I talked to Tyler recently about what he did in his adjustment in his bullpen session in between starts. He's a little quicker in his leg kick, bringing up more deliberate in the pass. He wanted to be quicker to make sure he got his arm up in a proper arm slot to be effective.
This one lifted in the air. Crone backpedaling out near the foul line, makes the catch in foul territory, 2 down. There's one takeaway from Tyler Skaggs' first 2 starts of the season. The fact that he has worked ahead a good chunk of the hitters that he has faced. It's just hasn't had the ability to just finish off when he's needed to and avoid the one big inning. The 3rd inning has been a big problem for him in his first 2 starts.
And it really has, and it comes down to just making sure that we talk about that finish pitch. You just talked about that. Having that ability, got ahead of Alex Gordon 0-2, finished him off quickly. That's what he has to do. Save some of those pitches. Now that's a nasty pitch right there. You have a very good hitter in Eric Hosmer, fooled by that pitch. That's what you want to do if you're Tyler. It's that good curveball, 11-5 break it again. When you see him bringing his leg up, it's much quicker. He's got good balance over the pitching rubber. How quickly he brings that leg up to give that good momentum as he's working downhill very effectively. That's what he has to be consistent. Running a fastball in at 92. So far, so good for Tyler.
Tyler talking about pitching in this ballpark last year and making that start. First one off Tommy John surgery. Kauffman Stadium holds a special place in his heart for that return. and his family here. Fouled in and out of the glove of Carlos Perez. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. I could see it being an emotional moment too. You battle for so long, you have a couple of setbacks early last year, you're not ready to go yet. At some point you're chomping at the bit just to get on the mound and be able to produce and do something, feel good about it too. He had a great game. This one toward the middle, that'll sneak through for a base hit as Espinosa was playing the pull shift. It's a 2-out single for Hosmer. It'll give Salvador Perez an opportunity to come to the plate.
A little out in front, elevate a little more so than Tyler wanted to, but still when you have a hitter off balance, you get a ground ball. Sometimes that's all you can do as a pitcher. You just got to have it at an infield. At that time it was not, and credit Hosmer for getting the base hit.
Perez at .268 batting average, 5 home runs, 7 runs batted in.
Change up another pitch that Tyler said he's going to try to utilize more so. So that's that good combo. You go change up, fastball, same plane, pretty close to the same area, different differential in the speed. Something he has not thrown a lot of so far this year is his changeup. That's a great picture right there. Easter Sunday.
All that's missing is a Cadbury egg.
I do love those, by the way.
One. This is pulled to left, a base hit. Just past a diving Escobar. And like Hosmer, had Perez out in front a little bit.
But elevated enough. So this is a good test here for Tyler Skaggs to try to fight his way through an inning right now and not allow any damage. Put a 0 up in the first inning. See location here. Off speed, out in front. See his changeup. Good motion on it, but if it's down, it's a ground ball out. Elevated, got it through the infield. But still, the right pitch just didn't locate it exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Chesler Cuthbert, the third baseman, takes ball 1. Hasn't played a whole lot this year. Just 4 games. He's 2 for 11. 24-year-old native of Nicaragua. Did a nice job last year for Kansas City. 128 games at .274 with 12 home runs and 46 RBIs. 1-1. Blew that fastball right by him.
Real good mechanics on that one. On top of that fastball, inside part of the plate. These two worked together very well here in Kansas City last year. Carlos Perez behind the plate. Tyler on the mound. Trying to get through this inning, no damage.
Check swung on the breaking ball. He went around. Jerry Meals rings him up. Skaggs picks up his first strikeout, and the Royals leave 2 on base. 1 to the second with no score.
flashback to Albert Pujols against Ian Kennedy from April 25th of last season. 1 home run. Make that 2 home runs for Albert Pujols against Kennedy. 3 in his career against Kennedy. Jumping on that fastball and going yard. When you look at the home runs allowed since 2015, second, tied for second most. Ian Kennedy behind James Shields and tied with our good buddy Jared Weaver with 65 allowed.
Albert takes the breaking ball first pitch for ball 1.
So he was looking at that video too. They were fastballs, so he started him off with a curveball instead.
Pulls down with foul. Albert last night 1 for 4. Foul. One and 2. Off speed pitch from Kennedy. Albert at 208. A double, a home run, 8 RBIs. Pulled foul. Hey, nice catch down there. That's why you bring the glove to the game, especially when someone's hitting missiles your way.
Yes.
Catcher's mitt, dude.
That way you're really comfortable catching that rocket at you. Framing it.
We'll have to go to the metrics to see if he actually did frame it well. This one rolled to third. Cuthbert's got it. Well down.
See if he brought it right back into the strike zone. He's checking at it now. So I think I framed that well.
And the obligatory text, selfie to follow.
Very good too, one-handed.
Cole batting in the 5th spot once again. Was here last night, went 0 for 3 with a walk. He got one of those intentional walks last night. .273 average, 3 doubles, a home run, and 3 RBIs. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good count to do some damage. Remember last night on a 2-0 count, Cole was out in front on an all-speed pitch. And Kennedy probably remembered that might see a changeup here.
He's like, nah, here it is. Go get him.
He's got some pretty good late movement on his
does.
fastball. 2 seams very good. 4 seam fastball is the one where we talk about potential mistake that he can be driven out of the ballpark. 2 seam is very difficult to do so.
Breaking pitch cued on the right side. Kennedy's got it. 2 down. I think that's what makes the fastball up in the zone so difficult to hit against Kennedy. That movement they possess. It's got a little giddy up, and it's not 97, 98. Doesn't have to be though.
Yeah. And with that little movement, then he throws that curveball,
yeah.
And the differential in speeds the same thing with his changeup. You look at that batting average as far as the lowest allowed on his fastball last year. It's .219. He throws a lot of fastballs also. Started off a changeup to C.J. Cron. And when you have that late movement, you're going to get some easy outs with his fastball. But when you elevate and make a mistake with the fastball, that is when you can't let that one get by.
Cron drives one out to straightaway center field. Kane moving back. He's near the wall. He'll jump up and make the catch. C.J. Cron gave it a ride, but Lorenzo Kane, the free agent to be, tracks it down for the 3rd out.
Yeah, good jump by Lorenzo Kane going back on the baseball. Timed his lead perfectly up against the wall and is able to hold on to it the final out of the inning.
Anyone remind you to get your red on to become a season seat holder to enjoy exclusive benefits and the same seats all season long at the greatest value. Visit angels.com/season seats or call 888-796-HALO for more information.
Quite a few Angel fans here at the stadium today on this Easter Sunday. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. A little, well, not a little, a lot of rain last night, a little this morning. Pretty good thunderstorms.
Good old Midwest storms. Palo Orlando, Alcides Escobar, Christian Colon for Kansas City here in their half of the second. Skaggs picked up a strikeout after giving up back-to-back 2-out singles in the first. Liner towards short. Pennington has it, one away.
Good pitch once again for Skaggs. Inside part of the plate. Real impressive as far as mechanics running that fastball inside. You see how that little cut action, late four-seam action at 92. Breaks the bat, routine play to short.
Little base hit to right field. Escobar punching one to right. So he's on board with one out. Christian Colon coming up.
Keep in mind, though, especially with the Royals, 8 stolen bases and 9 attempts as a team. So one thing that clubs have tried to do against Tyler is try to steal a base. 1 for 1 against him this year, 11 for 11 last season. Does have 5 career pickoffs. Bottom line is hold the baseball or have a little slide step for Tyler.
Escobar does not have a stolen base as of yet. Christian Colon takes outside. Just 0 for 2 to start the year. 54 games last year for Kansas City. Hit .231. Starting second baseman today. Two balls and no strikes. Those 8 bags for Kansas City split evenly between Raul Mondesi and Lorenzo Cain. Not a big lead at all for Escobar. 2-0. 3-0.
That's a pretty good pitch. And not getting that lower part of the strike zone being called. That certainly was in the zone at 93. Split in the heart of the plate.
Three-one, just off the plate. He walked him. First walk issued by Tyler. It'll put 2 men on base with 1 out. Drew Butera coming to the plate. Butera, the backup catcher, now his 3rd season with Kansas City. 2nd full season. He came over in 2015 after having played 10 games with the Angels. Did a nice job for Kansas City last year. 56 games, hit .285 for them. With 4 home runs, 16 RBIs as the backup to Salvador Perez, and the emergency pitcher in those blowout games. Has a good arm. Why not put him on the bump? Down and away, 1-0, and there goes Carlos Perez. Have a brief conversation. Tyler's yet to, at least through the last couple of batters, command that arm side of the plate.
That's one you want to try to do, especially if you're trying to get Butera to hit a ball on the ground and potentially get a inning-ending double play.
That fastball right by him. Butera, once upon a time, a Mets 5th round pick out of Central Florida. Veteran's now 33 years of age. There's 2 men on with 1 out. Fouled that one into the mid.
And another good fastball that time at 93 miles an hour.
Now you've opened up that side of the plate.
I think you got to go fastball there again. You got to be ready if you're C.J. Cron or Danny Espinosa on that right side of the infield, but you have to attack that zone at this moment.
Cron way off the line at first. Breaking ball. This is down and in.
And so often the hitter, then you're thinking, okay, all right, he's probably going to try to break ball. You could freeze the hitter if you want right back out again with a fastball. A lot of times a pitcher will go to their go-to pitch as far as a swing and miss, and that would be the curveball from Skaggs, but a fastball would have been very effective there too.
Foul back.
He's on that fastball on the inside part of the plate again. Away fastball. Lower part of the strike zone. Should get the job done.
Just the 3rd game for Butera. 0 for 4. Pull foul. Escobar with a 1-out single to right, and Colon followed with a walk. Pretty good speed on the bases for Kansas City. We're scoreless in the 2nd. Halos dropped the opener of the series 7-1 on Friday night, 3-2 last night. Too good of a pitch, right?
Back-to-back off-speed pitches. And felt 4 pitches ago that Tyler had him set up to go right back with a fastball away and down. 34 pitches for Skaggs. A lot of strikes, with 23 of them.
Got him with a high fastball. Down goes Butera. 2 down. 2nd strikeout for Tyler.
Runs a high fastball. It's a swing and miss. And good velocity on the fastball early on for Skaggs. Especially in that outer part of the plate. Against right-handed batters, he's been able to get inside against the lefty.
Gordon looks at a strike. Hit a fly ball to center in the 1st. 36 pitches for Tyler Skaggs so far.
Good block by Carlos Perez. Mentioned these two have worked together, even talking to Tyler Skaggs, even when they were down as far as in AAA last season for some games. Good rapport working together.
Gordon fouls it back. 1-2. Sun has come out here at Kauffman Stadium on this Easter Sunday. Wind seems to have died down just a little bit. Blowing in at a pretty good clip early on. Now the 1-2. Gordon strikes out swinging. So Skaggs gets out of it with back-to-back strikeouts. We'll head to the third with no score. First base runner as we begin the top of the third. I want to remind you, get your red on this season and create memories with your friends and family. Angels baseball is great family fun for everyone. For only $44, get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks with the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack. Visit angels.com/fun pack for more information.
That is a fun pack.
No doubt. Danny Espinosa to lead things off. He'll be followed by Cliff Pennington. And then Carlos Perez. He had Kennedy with 1 strikeout, no walks. He's retired all 6 batters. Espinosa last night 1 for 4. Breaking pitch. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
Espinosa is 2 for 11 against Kennedy in his career, but he does have a home run.
One and 2. Kennedy's pitched in the big leagues with the Yankees. That's who originally drafted him. First round, 21st overall selection in 06 out of USC. Got traded to the Diamondbacks. He's pitched for the Padres and now the Royals. Called strike 3. Espinosa goes down looking, 1 away.
He paints that lower part of the strike zone with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Kennedy. Talk about that late move, and that tracer will show how much that fastball moved in the lower part of the strike zone. Pretty interesting scenario right now with Cliff Pennington up and Carlos Perez on deck. Both have only 1 hit so far this year, but both were walk-off hits.
Pennington 1 for 4. Cuts through that one. It's 0-2.
So on back-to-back changeups. Took a little bit more so off the second changeup.
Throw him a third one. I mean, if you got a good feel for that pitch, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Because at some point as a hitter, you're thinking he's got to throw a fastball there, but he throw a changeup, he have him well out in front. One thing about Dave Island, the pitching coach for Kansas City, he's always preached that changeup command and thrown quite a few of them. You saw it in the first game with Danny Duffy. He had a great changeup. He threw 3 in a row to Trout at one point when he was behind 3-0.
Not giving in, that's for sure. 2-2, lifted foul.
Because what it does is it makes your fastball better. Throws off the timing of a hitter, and that's something that Tyler Skaggs has said he wants to throw more changeups himself. And you've seen a couple swings already on fastballs late because he's been able to throw his changeup in his sequences also.
Pennington takes a called strike 3 on the fastball, 2 down. Third strikeout for Kennedy.
Back-to-back looking. We look at what happened during that sequence for Pennington. Changeup, 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 all speed, and then fastball in after the fastball just missed there. So pitching, both sides of the plate, change speeds and finish off with a fastball in.
Carlos 1 for 10 with an RBI this year. Two balls and no strikes.
Perez 2 for 5 against Kennedy. Should get a fastball here. That's locating a fastball on a 2-0 pitch.
Yep.
Hitters might want to step out on occasion against Kennedy right now because he's in a good rhythm.
Carlos launches one out toward right center field. Paulo Orlando is there. See the wind knocked that thing down.
It looked like
So I guess it is still blowing.
Yes, yes, it is.
He had to redirect. A 1-2-3 third. The Angels have yet to get a base runner on board. We're scoreless. And the Angels, Royals, scoreless. Tyler Skaggs getting ready to face Kane, Hosmer, and Perez, 2, 3, and 4. Tyler with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. He's had to kind of work his way out of little trouble the first 2 innings. Nothing clean as of yet. Lorenzo Kane 0 for 1.
Mentioned before, this is the big inning for him. Third inning has been a struggle so far this season for Skaggs.
1 ball, 1 strike. But pretty good miss. If it's a miss. Borderline. Three balls and 1 strike. And he walked him, so a leadoff walk to put the speedy Kane on board. Hosmer with a base hit in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Kane, you got to pay attention to. We mentioned the 4 stolen bases. Big lead right from the get-go. Breaking ball for strike. Kane last year with 14 stolen bases, caught 5 times. Perfect so far this year.
And with all the reports that are around the game, knowing that Tyler's had a tough time as far as shutting down a running game, especially over the last couple of years, does have, like I mentioned earlier, 5 career pickoffs. It's a pretty good sized lead for Kane, especially with a left-hander.
Boy, yeah, froze it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That was a good move.
He's going here within the next pitch or so.
And that's all it takes, right? It's just to have one good move. So not only the guy at first base sees it, but the rest of the guys in the dugout.
Yep.
Man, he's got a huge lead.
Yeah, I mean, if he
backed it off a little bit.
Yeah, if he had that one where you step off quickly and throw over, he's going to get him.
He froze him again, and Hosmer waves at the breaking pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. Good little game of cat and mouse here between Skaggs and Lorenzo Cain, and now Cain talking with Rusty Kuntz, the first base coach.
And that real close as far as that foot, front leg, as far as the foot by that pitching rubber. If he crosses it, has to go home. If he stays real close to it, that's what he's been able to do so far to keep Lorenzo Cain close and staying at first. Got him leaning back again.
Fastball just misses 1 and 2.
Another quick conversation with Rusty Kuntz for Lorenzo Cain. This is one of the times, if you're Tyler, just hold the baseball and trust Carlos Perez as far as his quick release he has. Finish off Hosmer.
Yeah, he got him. Oh, he just got around it. He had him picked off, too.
Yes, he did.
That's a really good head first slide back to the back part of the base.
I mean, that's what you try to do as a runner. You see him going, and then Crone going to get the baseball. That was real close. But again, you go to that back part of the base, a longer tag for a first baseman. Especially when you got that right-handed throwing first baseman. If he goes right to the front part of the base, he's out. Back part, a longer tag. That's why he's safe.
Doesn't go, and Hosmer fouls it off.
Still has to have that mindset for Skaggs. Is you got a very dangerous hitter at the plate. One who has pretty good coverage even against a left-handed pitcher to hit the ball to left center field. Big gap to left center field where Revere is playing and Mike Trout. So a lot of room out there to left center field.
Trying to figure out why Lorenzo Cain's not going. If you're a base stealer, and he is, aren't you going on first movement against a lefty?
Got to.
Hosmer takes a called strike 3 and he knew it. 1 down.
4 strikeouts in the game for Skaggs. First looking. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. So not only was he effective with Lorenzo Cain, but he was throwing off the timing of Hosmer. He was holding the baseball, was quick, holding the baseball, then quick. Boy, you got to believe he's going to go right now. Still not comfortable.
Salvador Perez takes down and away. He had a base at the left in the first inning.
It's certainly a candidate for a ground ball double play for Skaggs. If you can just keep Lorenzo Cain close enough to the base.
Breaking ball is in there. 1-1. Need to get you some of those bunny ears.
You know what? I saw them. They were selling them downstairs today. The concourse level, I almost did.
Perez fouls it off. Cain was going back to the bag. So whatever Tyler Skaggs is doing and or has worked on in the offseason and in spring training is clearly working, because you've got a pretty good base stealer.
One that thought he had him timed right away.
Yeah.
See him, he's trying to establish that he's going back to the base. Again, he's doing a nice job as far as that front leg being close enough to the pitching rubber where he doesn't know if he's going home or throwing the first. He's trying to walk that lead and go. That's what, you know, early on when he was on base, he was establishing his lead and then thinking about going. But now he's trying to have that walking, moving lead. But Skaggs is doing a great job of stopping him. It's not easy to do. Hold the baseball if you're a pitcher. You're so geared up to throw the ball. But so far, Skaggs has been good as far as holding the baseball and throwing off the timing.
Gets away from Carlos, and that'll allow Cain to go to second on the wild pitch. So man in scoring position in a 2-2 count on Perez. Scoreless here in the third. To your point about a pitcher holding the ball, I mean, it could be just to 2 Mississippi, counting to 2 Mississippi. It seems like an eternity.
Yeah. I had a real tough time doing that. I just gave up on that and that perfect pitch, and I just tried to be quicker to the plate, slide step. I couldn't hold the baseball.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Skaggs. This one on a breaking pitch. 5 strikeouts already.
Good break on that curveball. Boy, the tracer shows you how much where that baseball started off the plate and ends up on the inside corner, framed well by Carlos Perez. It's 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Still work to be done here, though, for Skaggs.
Cuthbert struck out swinging in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. To 0. The only hiccup with the being in the third inning, Tyler's still on the mound. He's thrown 56 pitches.
Yes.
He's thrown quite a few pitches, even though he's picked up the 5 strikeouts. Good location. It's 2-1.
Well, he's really changing speeds well. His curveball's been anywhere between 75 and 78. Changeup 84 to 87. Fastball 91, 93, 94 range.
Two. Breaking ball. He locked him up with it. Just misses down it is. Full count. Paulo Orlando's on deck. Payoff, and he got him on the outside part of the plate. A 3-strikeout inning after issuing the leadoff walk, and for the second straight time, Cuthbert's not happy either.
All looking too for Skaggs. Backdoor slow curveball to finish off Cuthbert.
Still looking for that first base runner. Hey, join your Angels on Friday, April 21st as they take on the Toronto Blue Jays at 7:07. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels superhero cape while supplies last. Be part of a Guinness World Records official attempt. For more info on the Angels superhero cape, courtesy of Farmer John, visit angels.com/promotions.
I know you can't wait to run around the stadium with that cape on.
I can wait. Yeah.
5 more days to wait.
I can wait. Escobar to fly ball to center his first time up. 9 up, 9 down for Ian Kennedy. We're looking forward to you. I think we've got cameras positioned in the booth for you to try out the cape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jump from our booth down to the lower level, see if it works.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Now, if they still had the netting that went from the the broadcast level all the way down to the netting behind home plate, would you do it?
And just bounce and stand up and go, ta-da! I made it.
Like one of the flying Walendas.
That would be great.
Escobar's on board with a leadoff walk.
First base runner of the game. First time Kennedy will be pitching someone on out of the stretch.
Ben Revere grounded out to Hosmer in the first. Tried to butt his way on. No balls and a strike.
Kennedy does field his position very well, very athletic.
Not a big lead for Escobar as Revere fouls this one back. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, slide step. Trout on deck.
And a lot of times you'll utilize that to throw off the timing of a hitter also. But by doing so, there's a chance to elevate a pitch.
Breaking pitch toward the middle. Escobar's there. He'll take it himself. 6-3 double play. 2 down. So Trout will bat with the bases clear.
Doesn't happen normal when you think about going back to last year as far as lowest ground ball percentage. Ian Kennedy is 34.7% ground ball percentage last year. Gets a great big ground ball double play there. Now, and Trout to come to the plate with no one on. Maybe Trout thinking in terms of doing damage himself on first pitch.
Trout lifts one out to shallow right field. Orlando moved back on it. Now is to come in and will track it down. He's got terrific speed. Gets there in time, and the Angels, just like that, are done in the 4th. We hit to the bottom of the inning, still scoreless.
Ram trucks so far. The breakable very, very effective for Tyler Skaggs. Late break on it, both the inside part of the plate, outside part, down and in. He's established his fastball early on, and he's taken that breakable to both sides of the plate very effectively. 11-5 break with his curveball so far in the game for Skaggs. 6 punch outs, 3 looking, 3 swinging.
Tyler has allowed 3 hits. Ian Kennedy is yet to allow a hit to the Angels. but still scoreless as we start this 4th inning. Orlando, Escobar, and Colon. Chopper to short. 1 down. I was surprised that Orlando wasn't sprinting down the line there,
because he didn't hit that real well, and he's got tremendous speed.
A little more chapped at the results as far as grounding out, but
and the thing is, when you're a fast runner and you run out everything, infielders have a tendency to come up on a baseball. Then you can make some mistakes that way. You wonder if he's okay running down the line. The way he was going down the first base, he can fly.
Bouncer foul. Alcides Escobar had a base hit to right.
You like guys like Mike Trout who aggressively run down the line every time. As an infielder, you have to come in on a step. You have to come in on the baseball, and sometimes you get those in-between hops and you make a mistake as an infielder.
Trying to drop a bunt, bunts it foul. Got him to chase the breaking ball. Carlos Perez will apply the tag. 2 down.
What a feel he has for that pitch today. Great sharp break on the plate with that pitch. Nice job by Carlos to keep that in front of him. 7 strikeouts for Skaggs.
Colon foul tip down into the mid. Second baseman worked the walk in the 2nd inning. Take a strike.
Now you go for that fitness pitch right now. Get that quick inning, keep that pitch count under control.
Got him swinging. Down goes Christian Colon, and there's Skaggs' first 1, 2, 3 inning. We are through 4, Gooby. Scoreless, and Skaggs got to work it.
Well, you talk about changing the plane. Goes upstairs. They had their good curveball to pitch before.
Being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
Top of the 5th here, Kauffman Stadium on Easter Sunday.
Beautiful fountain.
Oh, yeah. Just imagine if you could be swimming in those fountains there, Gooby.
Oh, yes. Hey, your dad made it in those fountains.
Yes, he did. He and Freddie Patek.
Yes.
Like a couple little guys in a rowboat. Pujols, Calhoun, and Crone here in the 5th. Halo still looking for that first hit. Escobar, the only base runner. That was via a walk to lead off the 4th, but then was promptly erased on a double play ball.
Good swing there by Albert. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 3 career home runs against Kennedy.
One-two. Little dribbling foul that came up and hit Albert. Albert goes down swinging on the off-speed pitch. 1 down.
Well, so far Kennedy's really changed speeds well. Talk about how he spots his fastball lower part of the strike zone so effectively on a 2-seam, but 4-seam fastball also. But his changeup, a good swing and miss pitch also.
Cole Calhoun 0 for 1.
Cole Calhoun generally does most of his damage on those first 2 pitches. Makes that breaking ball in the dirt. Batting average .394 first 2 pitches, but after that point, the batting average goes down for Cole. Good hack at that one.
You see a hitter walk around the plate like Cole's walking now.
That's, you had your pitch, didn't you?
You had your pitch and you missed it. That is the universal stroll for hitters that missed a pitch. In tight. Really been just one ball that's been squared up. That was C.J. Crone in the 2nd inning. It was a terrific play by Lorenzo Cain in center field. That's how effective Kennedy has been so far today. 2-2, check swing, and he went around. Then Hickox brings it up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kennedy. 2 outs.
You look at his strikeouts throughout this game, they've all been on different pitches. That's a curveball to get Cole to chase out of the strike zone. He's thrown his changeup for strikeouts. He's also thrown his fastball.
Kennedy had a total of 9 strikeouts, 7 walks in his first 2 starts combined. He's got 5 strikeouts, 1 walk already. We're in the 5th. That's lined sharply past Alcides Escobar up the alley. Gordon over to cut it off, does so. Crone's going to keep on going. The throw from Gordon is cut off, and Crone is on board with a 2-out double.
Regardless of the scenario at second base, that is the right decision for C.J. Crone to try the force the issue, get in the scoring position. He's hit the ball hard now twice against Kennedy. Now picks up its double, his first extra base hit of the season for C.J. Crone. Trying to go fastball inside, but it drifted out over the plate. That's that mistake fastball, said you can't miss, and he did not miss that. Lined it by Escobar, and right out of the batter's box, he's thinking he's got a shot. He's got to think in terms, even with Gordon's great throwing arm out in left, he has to go to left center field and get around that throw. Gets into scoring position.
Espinosa struck out looking to lead off the 3rd. Will step in. He'll foul the first one back. Double by C.J. Cron, the first extra base hit for the Angels in this series. That ball was smoked, by the way.
Yes,
Escobar had no shot at short.
He thought about, he had a shot at it off the bat. He dives and it was by him.
One. Check swing, did not go.
See if he did indeed chase that one. Like he crossed the plate. We have seen that a lot. A lot of check swings appealed to whether it's a third or first base umpire and have been called no swings early on in the season.
I thought Espinosa went further around than Cole did on the breaking ball. From our vantage point, anyway. Went around that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Never chasing all-speed pitch in the dirt. We've seen pitchers try to attack Danny Espinosa on high fastballs when they've been ahead of the count, or at least even the count with 2 strikes. That's going to be the quick conversation with Butera and Kennedy. Wonder if we could try that breaking ball again or go with the more conventional fastball upstairs. And some good throwing arms out in the outfield with 2 outs. Bob Renicky will be aggressive, potentially sending C.J. Cron home. So very important to get that good secondary lead for Cron at second.
2-2 now. And Espinosa goes down swinging on the breaking ball. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kennedy as the Angels leave a man in scoring position. To the bottom of the 5th we go with no score. Be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Scoreless as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning, and a terrific performance so far for Tyler Skaggs. He's 1 strikeout away, matching a career high. You just see a different guy as he kind of stumbled through the first 2 innings. Nothing clean about him. Last 2 innings have been rather dominant. This one's fouled back, and it's 1-1. 5 strikeouts over the last 2 innings.
And this 8 pitches last inning to have a 1-2-3 inning for Skaggs. utilizing that two-seam fastball too. It's really been effective for him, along with his changeup and curveball.
Out toward right center field. Cole's there. One down. Two walks to go with the 8 punch outs. 3 hits allowed. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. A career high of 9 strikeouts for Skaggs happened back on May 27, 2013. That's 6 innings. Allowed 3 hits, 3 walks. 1 was intentional. He struck out 9. Through 102 pitches at that point. He's at 72 now, with 1 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, he went on that one, got him the chase. Again, he's been effective throwing his curveball for strikes, and when you do so, you're going to get hitters to chase out of the zone. That's something he wasn't able to do the first 2 games. He didn't throw many curves for strikes. Then you get those swings out of the zone.
Fastball, he's late on that one. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes.
Still good velo for Skaggs as this game is progressing. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitch number 74. Best fastball so far, 94. 73 slowest curveball. Good differential, 22 miles an hour.
Fastball got him looking, and there it is. He's matched a career high with his 9th strikeout. Now, we said it before that, in his own words, this place holds a special place in his heart for whatever reason. He's comfortable on this mound.
And this is just a great sequence once again. Didn't mess around. We talk about that finish pitch. Well, he finished him right away, 92. Reason why? That differential we're seeing in speeds. Excellent so far as pace, but a dangerous hitter at the plate right now.
Kane has popped out and walked. One and 2.
Great location. Staying on top. Lower part of the strike zone. Two-seam fastball. It's a pretty good pitch. Even though it missed inside, not only to Kane, but all the hitters looking on for Kansas City. Now they're seeing a lot of breaking balls that get swing and miss. He tried to paint a fastball 4-seamer inside, just missed. Now you can try to, you can even come right back with that slow curveball, bounce it.
Towards short, Pennington has it.
That's why you go down the line quickly, force that strong throw for Cliff Pennington to finish off another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Skaggs.
Scoreless in Kansas City in the final game of this 3-game set. MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to AT Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.TV for details. Ian Kennedy gave up his first hit in the 5th inning, a 2-out double to C.J. Cron, but then struck out Espinosa in the 5th. Kennedy picking up 3 strikeouts. There's a total of 6 in the game. As Cliff Pennington takes a strike. Cliff went down looking in the 3rd. Got him upstairs with a high fastball. 1 down.
Kennedy with 7 strikeouts himself. Both pitchers throwing a lot of strikes, effective strikes, especially changing speed so well. Not wasting time, especially when you get ahead of the count. When both pitchers are dealing like this, you just got to capitalize on a mistake. They haven't made many of them, but you have to be ready to do so.
Ground ball over to 3rd. Cuthbert has it. Perez retired for round number 2. Carlos 0 for 2.
Quick outs. It might be a good time for Escobar to take his time to get up to the batter's box, maybe step out during this, of course of an at-bat against Kennedy. See him take a little time. Good decision by the veteran.
Now 0 for 1 with a walk. One ball, 1 strike. Plays off. An old-fashioned pitcher's duel here. Three hits for Kansas City and 1 for the Angels. 16 combined strikeouts. 3-1. Ground ball left side. Cuthbert has it. Gets up. Fires across. Low throw, and Hosmer digs it out. Nice play on both ends of that one as the Angels are down in order to finish off the 6th inning.
A great reaction by Cuthbert, but again, another great scoop by the Gold Glover, Hosmer first.
Skaggs to face 3, 4, 5 for Kansas City. Hosmer, Perez, and matched a career high in strikeouts with 9. He's walked 2 and allowed 3 hits. Hosmer looks at a strike. Royals first baseman's 1 for 2 with a single in the first, struck out looking into third. Skaggs allowed 1 base runner over the last 12 batters faced, and that was the walk to leadoff man Kane in the third.
Boy, pitching to both sides of the plate so effectively. Pitches upstairs, lower part of the strike zone, changing speeds.
Ground ball to the right side. Espinosa far to his right. Crone digs it out. 1 away.
Talked about that defensive skills for Danny Espinosa at second base and the strong throwing arm. Nice scoop though by C.J. Cron also at first base. Hosmer runs very well, deceptive speed. Able to throw him out, a quick ground ball out.
Perez skies one to shallow center. Pennington calling for it. 2 down. Like those quick outs, especially getting later and later in the game. Cuthbert's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. '86 pitches for Skaggs so far. Trying to become just the second Angel starter to work 6 innings. If he gets this quick out, he'll go back out for the 7th.
No question. Very comfortable.
Good off-speed pitch. 1 and 2. Ground ball left side. Escobar's got it. There's another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Skaggs. We head to the 7th. Mike Trout to lead things off for the Angels. Scoreless tie. Upcoming series as the Angels will head down to Houston after the game tonight. Start a 4-game set tomorrow. The Angels will feature Chavez, Nolasco, Ramirez, and Shoemaker on getaway Thursday. And then it's Morton, Musgrove, Fires, and Dallas Keuchel. Astros and the Oakland A's were postponed today because of rain in Oakland. They called that game early.
Still getting a lot of rain up in Northern California.
Here we are scoreless.
Rumor has it may get some rain in Southern California on Tuesday.
What? Misspoke. It's Ben Revere leading things off to start the 7th. Trout on deck. And then Albert Pujols. Kennedy's allowed 2 base runners. The walk to Escobar. The double by Crone with 2 outs in the 5th. Nothing else. Revere ground out to first and a double play ball. So he's 0 for 2.
Showing some patience at the plate. She'll get a fastball now. Stay back on it and line it in the left center field. Or if it's a mistake in, do some damage to right center field. He could run for a long time if he does so.
That's hit out toward right center field. Hit pretty well. Orlando giving chase. And he'll track it down. Round number 1.
Boy, early in the game, Mike Trout signed an autograph for a young Mike Trout fan. The excitement, the smile on the face, and then the reactions each at bat for Trout for the young fan. Strike 3. Little upset. And then the next at bat in the 4th inning. It's a ball thinking maybe this baseball has a chance of falling in. Verlander ran that one down. And now to see what kind of reaction we can get with Trout's 3rd at bat here.
Breaking ball, first pitch misses. Two balls and no strikes.
Young fan waiting, thinking, all right, Trout's in a good fastball count. See if he can do some damage.
A little bit late on it.
Break down the heart of the plate. And again, that walk around the batter's box. A pitch to do some damage. The lower part of the strike zone, the boot against Trout. Danger zone if you're a pitcher against him.
Two balls and 2 strikes.
And he has not wasted any time on the mound throughout this game, Kennedy. We'll throw a changeup on a 2-2 count. Albert Pujols on deck.
Here comes the payoff to Trout. Fouled it back. Good rip at a fastball. Another 3-2. Trout takes a called strike 3. 2 down.
Boy, went downstairs, a pain in the fastball, lower part of the strike zone, brings back that 2-seamer, catches the corner at 93. See that run back action, catching the corner, freezes a hitter. You think it's off the plate, but he brought it back with a 2-seam action.
Breaking ball to Albert. Pujols 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 8 strikeouts now for Kennedy.
He's throwing quite a few changeups to Albert in this game.
Albert's put some good swings in his career against Ian, so perhaps this is the result of it. Outside, 3-1.
Would not be surprised if he threw a 3-1 changeup.
Calhoun on deck. Albert works the walk. Second free pass issued by Kennedy. Albert picks up just his 4th walk of the season, one of which was intentional.
And going back to my Hyundai key for this game, to be successful, don't go away mad. This is an opportunity, especially we talked about Cole Calhoun, how good he is and effective as far as his batting average on that first or second pitch. If you get a fastball here, first pitch, don't go away mad that you missed it. See if you can get some damage done on that first pitch.
Cole's 0 for 2. Ground ball to the right side. Cologne's got it. Go the short way. They force out Pujols. And the 7th is in the book. Stretch time here in Kansas City. Tyler Skaggs will be taking the mound in a scoreless tie.
Brought to you by Kia. The reason why, that man right there, Tyler Skaggs, 9 Ks today, which ties a career high 13 scoreless innings pitched here in 2 career starts in Kansas City. That first start back here last year from Tommy John, that long road back, 7 shutout innings, 3 hits allowed for Skaggs last year. Into the 7th inning here today, dealing once again.
Here at the bottom of the 7th inning, Kansas City will send up Paolo Orlando, Alcides Escobar, and Christian Colon. That's 6, 7, and 8. And for the first time this afternoon, the tarp covering the bullpen mound in right field, the Angels bullpen has been removed. Start to see some action with Tyler at 89 pitches.
Yeah, Tyler was averaging around 20 pitches per inning the first 3. The next 3 averaging a little bit less than 10.
Blake Parker, the right-hander. Jose Alvarez, the lefty. Both pitched last night. Palo Orlando for 2, and he'll glove or line one over to the glove of Yunel Escobar. And there's out number 1.
Another quick one-pitch out for Skaggs. Love to see that, especially into the 7th inning.
Tyler becomes the first starter to actually work into the 7th inning this year.
He's got 2 one-pitch outs.
Nobody warming for Kansas City, so Kennedy will come back out for the 8th. Escobar 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Well, even his misses have laid the last into the 4th inning in a row for Skaggs. Not by a lot. A fastball up and in. Very important guy to keep off the bases here also.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Christian Colon on deck. Full count on El City's Escobar with 1 out. Kansas City had a man of scoring position in each of the first 3 innings. They've only had 1 base runner since. 3-2. And that's punched to right field, a base hit, and up. Fastball that was up.
Yeah, that's the right pitch, but it was elevated. The execution wasn't there for Skaggs, but certainly the right pitch to go fastball away. The target was set down, but ended up being about belt high. And it's a good piece of hitting by Escobar to hit that ball in the right field. See if Tyler can do a good job here with Escobar like he did with Lorenzo Cain, holding the baseball well at first.
Oh, on Callum Colon, the second baseman who walked back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Just missed it. .98 pitches now for Skaggs. Chopper toward first, and it goes foul. See Colon's approach there, just trying to wait on that off-speed pitch, try to punch it into right.
Well, now as a pitcher, you have a couple options. When you have a swing like that, you can bounce a breaking ball, or you can try to paint a fastball away. But keep it down again. You can punch that ball if it's elevated away in the right field like Escobar did. Very difficult to do so when it's down away. Now the century mark as far as pitches thrown.
popped up on the infield. Espinosa was calling for it, but Crone does not hurt him. 2 outs.
Another good quality pitch. Runs a fastball. Late movement too. 4-seam fastball, 91, jams. Clone pops it up in the infield.
Butera, the catcher, 0 for 2. Proud member of Team Italy, the World Baseball Classic.
Remember that slide in the home plate against his teammate Salvador Perez in that World Baseball Classic.
Lined out toward right center, but Trout was shading him that way, and Tyler Skaggs is through 7 innings, and he should be very happy with that performance tonight, matching a career high. Strikeouts with 9. We head to the 8th, still a scoreless tie. Brought to you by Mercury Insurance. We're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Go the distance with 84 miles per gallon and 566 total driving range. Top of the 8th here, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. The finale of this 3-game set. The Angels trying to pick up a victory to head out on the road, and a terrific performance by the starter Tyler Skaggs today.
Talk about making an adjustment, even though put up some zeros in those first 3 innings, but after that, great pace, all 4 quadrants in the strike zone, change speeds well, very aggressive. Great game by Tyler Skaggs.
Crone retired after hitting the ball hard twice in his first previous at-bats, including a double. It's the first down here to start the 8th. Here comes Danny Espinosa. Danny 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Well, that tarp still on the bullpen down in Kansas City. Ian Kennedy has thrown the ball exceptionally well himself today. Just 1 hit allowed. A little bit of movement now as he's getting closer to that century mark as far as pitches thrown. Still early in the season for starters around the game.
Still good velocity at 93 on that last fastball. Halos still have Jose Alvarez loosening in the pen. Kansas City is the top of its order coming up with Gordon, Kane, and Hosmer due up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Threw a breaking ball last at bat to get a swing and miss against Espinosa low. With Pennington on deck.
There's that breaking ball you were talking about. Full count. Payoff from Kennedy. And Danny chased the high fastball. 2 down.
You mentioned that high fastball that pitchers will try to attack Danny Espinosa above the strike zone. Unable to make contact on that one. Now 9 strikeouts in this game for Kennedy. Both pitchers with 9 punchouts. Now the tarp coming off the mound.
Pennington has struck out twice.
That changeup, a good feel for his changeup to go along with his fastball and curveball.
Career high in strikeouts for Kennedy is 12. He's done that 5 times in his career. Has 9 so far today. 2 walks and 1 hit. Breaking ball is ripped to right field. A 2-out single.
One of the few mistakes thrown by Kennedy in this game. He's really spotted that changeup and fastball so well. This time, Pennington made him pay for a mistake and lines it in the right field for a single. See the target being set by Butera. Curveball that stayed up. Just enough where he can drive that ball, that zone, for a left-handed swing. And Pennington picking up his 2nd hit of the season.
Dave Island, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit.
Moylan getting ready in the bullpen now. More of a check-in on Kennedy on the mound, but also to give Moylan some time to warm up.
Perez late on the fastball. Comes up empty. 0 for 2. A fly ball to right and a ground ball to third.
Coming into the game, Perez, a career .345 hitter against Kansas City pitching. Also 2 for 5 in his career versus Kennedy. Hit the ball well his first at bat. He's going right after with fastballs now.
Two-out single by Pennington. He's at first. Back to another fastball. See if he gives him another one. Moreland ready to go on the pen for Kansas City.
One way or the other way, this will be his last batter. He was forcing that one. It was almost like a cut fastball. He hasn't thrown a lot of them in this game.
107 pitches. Two. Foul back. Halos have had one man reach scoring position. That was doubled by Crone in the 5th.
Just looking for that one mistake on a fastball here.
Fights it off. Kansas City took the first 2 games of this series. Halos trying to salvage the finale. Snap this little losing streak they've been on.
See that pitch count through 17 in the first, 17 so far here in the 8th inning as he's trying to fight his way through this last inning. He's starting to leave some fastballs out over the plate now. It's a good decision for Butera to go out to talk to him right now and ask him, you want to try that breaking ball? Not easy to steal against. 6 career pickoffs. Hasn't allowed a lot of stolen bases. You can see how quick he is to the plate, and also a very good move to first.
Carlos chases. Nope, he fouled him. He fouled it at the plate. Butera couldn't hang on. So the at-bat continues.
Yeah, just like we thought he might do, go with his breaking ball. Pretty good piece of hitting by Carlos even to get a piece of that curveball. Now after a breaking ball, he's going to try to go upstairs more likely with his fastball. See if Carlos can be ready for it.
And he gets him this time. As Kennedy picks up his 10th strikeout of the afternoon. We head to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming on for the Angels. We're still 0-0.
break. Zach Britton, who had converted 54 straight saves at 747 last year, goes on the disabled list. And JT Riddle, he riddled me this for a 2-run walk-off home run for the Miami Marlins. But the showstopper of the day in Cincinnati, Hamilton can cover some ground in center field. Look how far he's got to go. Over the shoulder catch and dive into the outfield track. Billy Hamilton, what a play in center field.
Guy can flat out fly. Jose Alvarez takes over on the mound here in the bottom of the 8th. Alex Gordon swinging first pitch, bounces one over to Espinosa. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 8th inning.
It's not a real easy play too. As an infielder, you're in the dirt, then all of a sudden that baseball goes into the grass, so it's going to stay true and stay low. Good play by Espinosa.
Alvarez pitching in his 6th game. He took the loss last night. Gave up the homer to Mike Moustakas to give Kansas City the 3-2 lead. The eventual margin of victory.
Great effort today by SoCal native Ian Kennedy, as well as SoCal native Tyler Skaggs.
No balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Skaggs, 7 innings, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs. Downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Skaggs joins Mike Sorotka of the Chicago White Sox. He's the only pitchers to ever throw 7 or more scoreless innings in each of their first 2 career games in this ballpark. Mike Sorotka. Remember Mike?
Yes, I do.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No Royals pitcher has ever done it. To start.
It's a great pitcher's yard. There's no question about that. Back in the day, artificial turf, it was extremely quick, but always very deep dimensions.
Alvarez thought he had himself a punch out.
Pretty close. And because that pitch was that close, you're going to have that type of swing to protect mode. Lorenzo Cain expanded his strike zone just to be able to foul that one off.
Got him swinging. Down goes Cain, 2 down.
Good changeup going down and away. Good couple good fastballs in a row. One, it was close to being called a strike. The next one, a little bit off the plate, then followed up with a great changeup. Get a swing and miss for Alvarez.
Two outs, nobody on. Here's Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 3 with a single. Oh, he's getting ready for the Cape.
I'll be right back, Victor.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He wants to be part of the Guinness World Record next Friday.
Get loose.
Two balls, 2 strikes. What in the what? That's not one of the new Trout hats, is it? Got him swinging. Nice job by Jose Alvarez to face the top of the order and retire them in order. We head to the ninth. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. We are still scoreless.
Stick around after the game for Angels Live post-game with Jose Mota. Certainly going to be talking about Tyler Skaggs today. It's always fun to come to the Royals Hall of Fame. Mark Gubiza, two-time All-Star. And, geez, there seems to be a lot of people over here. I wonder what the commotion is. Hi, guys. Excuse me. Could you just who are you guys all looking at? Oh, I see. It's Cookie Rojas. Victor, your dad, a big star here in the Royals Hall of Fame. Back to you guys.
Somehow I find it improbable that there was a group of people huddled around that plaque.
It is fantastic.
It is the Hall of Fame. They do a great job here in Kansas City with all of the artifacts that they have out of left field. It was part of the renovation here at the Truman Sports Complex between this ballpark and the great Arrowhead Stadium across the way.
I snuck in there a little bit earlier today, the Hall of Fame.
Kelvin Herrera, the closer, on to pitch the ninth. Ian Kennedy went 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. The Angels have 1, 2, and 3 here in the ninth inning. Escobar, Revere, and Trout. Good old country hardball there, coming after with a fastball.
And a good decision, too, for Escobar to look for that pitch and try to do some damage.
Got another one. No balls, 2 strikes. Escobar 0 for 2 with a walk.
Just 1 for 7 in his career versus Herrera.
Foul tipped into the mitt. 1 down.
99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Take a look at the in-game box score. Not a whole lot to report on either side, especially on the Angels side. Just 2 hits today. Crow the double, Pennington the single, and nothing more as the Angels offense has been sputtering along throughout this losing streak and into the series. It continues today. They ran into a pretty good pitcher in Ian Kennedy. Well, the Angels had pretty good numbers against, but today Kennedy had their number. Ben Revere 0 for 3. Ground ball sharply hit to second. That's Cologne.
Pretty good swing. He has good numbers. 2 for 5 against him. Hit that ball well. Well, this is fun. This is what you look forward to as a baseball fan. You have a premier closer in there that throws the fastball up to 100, 101 miles an hour, and the best player in the game at the plate here in the 9th inning with 2 outs.
Child hitless against Kennedy. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Mike 3 for 7 in his career against Kelvin Herrera with a home run and 2 RBIs. Just 2 for 9 in the series. Top part of the strike zone. Trout didn't like it. Looked like it did just catch it.
No, the last at bat came to the outside corner. Wasn't real happy about that fastball from Kennedy.
Here comes the 0-2. Trout pops it up. Foul territory. Hosmer, a little bit of a late break, finds it now. Halos are down in order. We will head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Still scoreless.
Player of the game, Tyler Skaggs, outstanding. First game this season, an Angel pitcher has gone 7 innings, no runs, 9 punch-outs, which tied a career high for Tyler Skaggs. Great command of his fastball. His curveball was outstanding, as was his changeup throughout. Very aggressive, had some good plays made behind him, but above all, threw a lot of strikes after battling his first couple of innings. 7 shutout innings for Tyler Skaggs.
Blake Parker on the mound for the 2nd consecutive game. He is pitching in his 7th overall game, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Salvador Perez to lead things off. Mike Moustakas has come out to the on-deck circle. He'll bat for Cuthbert and Paolo Orlando. Jose Alvarez had himself a 1-2-3-8, including a couple of strikeouts. Good fastball away. It's 0-1 count on Perez, who's DHing today.
Always aggressive on the first pitch. Good decision to go fastball, but go off the plate with the fastball for Parker.
Breaking pitch, a little flare to left, and there is the leadoff man on board. Perez with his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
You want to have a pinch runner here, and they are.
Earl Mondesi will come in to pinch run for him. Moustakas coming to the plate as a pinch hitter. Charles Nagy is going to go to the mound. This is what Moustakas did last night against Jose Alvarez.
Fastball, he's gone deep twice in this series on fastballs. Been super quick on it. Good power to right center field, both of them in that same direction.
The Angels do have Cam Bedrosian in the bullpen. He hasn't pitched in a while. He's loosening now. Last time Cam pitched was Tuesday. So very fresh. Thought maybe could have started him here in the ninth inning, but Mike opted to go with Blake Parker. And it will be Parker against Moustakas. Mondesi with good speed over at first base. 4 stolen bases on the year.
Parker throughout his career has allowed 8 stolen bases in 12 attempts. No career pickoffs.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Perez.
Not an easy pitch to block, too. Break a ball in the dirt. The spin on the baseball as it hits the dirt keeps it in front. Mondesi cannot advance. But with that pitch out of the strike zone on a 1-0 count, pretty much taking away the potential for a pitch out. Mondesi may be going right now.
Two balls and no strikes. Moustakas a .293 average so far this year in 11 games. A double, 5 home runs, 6 runs batted in. 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Long hold for Parker. 3-0. Imagine that it's Bedrosian coming in after this.
That's a quick conversation, too. Don't just throw that get over fastball. 3-0. He's going to be swinging.
Off speed.
Let's see, maybe going here 3-1 count. Perez with a quick release. About 38% of would-be base stealers last season.
Mondesi leaning and is able to get back in there.
Definitely was going. Tyler Skaggs did an outstanding job as far as holding the baseball. The best I've seen him do as far as stopping a running game, especially when Lorenzo King was at first base early in the game. Same thing here with Parker holding the ball well. Try to stop Mondesi and give Perez a chance to throw him out if he throws a strike here.
Leaning again. Bedrosian just looking on from the pen. He's ready to go. Mondesi on the move. Moustakas is swinging a miss to throw down. It's a short hop throw. Quick tag by Pennington, but Mondesi gets in there ahead of the tag. And he picks up his 5th stolen base.
Mike Soch is going to hold on. He's going to ask Tino Ebel to call in to Steve Solis to see if that tag was quick enough by Pennington. A little bit of a low throw, 1-hop throw to second. But a quick release by Perez. And he kept his foot on the base all the way through.
Full count on Moustakas. Paulo Orlando on deck. And it's a wild pitch. Will put the winning run at third. Moustakas will take the walk.
Overthrown splitter on that one, or it looked like it might have been his curveball.
Bedrosian is being summoned from the bullpen. Blake Parker faces 2 batters, a bloop single and a walk. Winning run 90 feet away. A pitching change here, Kauffman Stadium. And Bedrosian coming on at a scoreless tie. Nobody out here in the 9th. Scoreless tie. It's Cam Bedrosian being summoned from the bullpen. Bedrosian hasn't pitched since last Tuesday. That was against Texas when he worked 1 inning for a total of 17 pitches. So he should be very fresh. Although sometimes you fear, especially a power guy, that being quote unquote too strong sometimes gives you troubles in commanding the strike zone.
And especially with the breaking ball, you throw that hard breaking ball in the dirt. It's going to be really forcing Carlos Perez to make sure he keeps that in front. 5-man infield here. And they're going to go after Orlando, thinking in terms of because Cam Bedrosian can get a strikeout. That's what they're hoping for here.
Mondesi standing at third base. It's the first base runner in this game to reach third base for either side. He's the winning run. He got there via the wild pitch. Moustakas' run means nothing. He's at first. 3 guys on the left, 2 on the right. And the breaking ball is down and away. Matt Revere in shallow left center. Trout more in shallow right. Cole Calhoun, the second baseman. Or at the second base position, I should say.
The left-handed throwing second baseman.
That's right. Breaking pitch is popped up. Carlos Perez calling for it. Crone comes out of nowhere and Bumps into Carlos.
The new Anderson Simmons, he wants every pop-up now.
He had no business being there, to be honest with you. That's Carlos's ball the entire way.
That's a huge out, though. Huge out to get a pop-up. Now you wonder if Mike Scioscia doesn't go ahead and walk Escobar, a good contact hitter. Set up a double play ball or force it home. Looks like they're going to go after him also, though.
Escobar with a couple of hits today, 2 singles and a strikeout.
Might get some ground ball action towards Cole. Escobar hits the ball well the other way.
Escobar's never faced Cam Bedrosian. First one, breaking ball in the dirt.
It's blocked by Carlos Perez. And Escobar stays back on the ball well. Cole Calhoun may get some action his way. Looking for a 9-4-3 double play. Two-0 count.
Escobar fouls that one back. Mondesi, the pinch runner for Salvador Perez, who looped a single to left. Mondesi stole second, went to third on the wild pitch. Moustakas worked the walk against Blake Parker. 1 out. We're in the 9th. No score.
Perez going through a series of signs just in case Moustakas is on the move to try to have a double steal. But still a hitter's count for Escobar. Don't expect any action for runners for Kansas City now.
2-1. Fastball just misses.
And you still have an open base, be it it's at second base being the open base, but I would not give him a fastball now, though. A little bit off the inside corner, 95. See if you get him to chase a breaking ball, but also be prepared if you're Carlos Perez to block it.
This is out toward right center field. It doesn't matter. That's going to fall in, and the Royals are going to sweep the Angels. They pick up the finale by the final of 1-0 as Alcides Escobar picks up his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
And he's just a good contact hitter. Just putting it in play, didn't try to drive it out of the ballpark, just tried to make contact. As Kansas City walks off 1-0 on a well-pitched game by both sides. A break ball, it's one you want to almost bounce. Just enough of the plate